Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. So anyway, I can't be on long, so I've got to pop out, but I'm here to just give you the breaking news that probably, as expected, wasn't it, in this case of this poor little mite, this 7-month-old baby. The parents have been arrested for murder. Now, I think we were expecting that, really, weren't we? I think we were definitely expecting it. But then you always have to think, well, you never know. There's a possibility that maybe they were telling the truth, and it must be awful, if you've lost your child and people are blaming you for it. But then when it came out about Jake's previous history, of leaving a baby, strangling a baby and leaving it for dead, and children having to be taken off him, and once all these stories came out, I think we more or less knew, didn't we? But it just had to be confirmed that this ridiculous story that Rebecca gave, that she was changing little Emmanuel's nappy, uh, like a shopping centre, and somebody came up behind her and said hola, and then whacked her in the face, gave her that black eye, which obviously is not a black eye from that day or a couple of hours later. The story was ridiculous, but we were keeping open minds because you just never know. Anyway, and then she said that when she came to, her baby had gone. This little mite, I mean, your heart just breaks. This little boy had no chance whatsoever, did he? He just didn't have a chance being born into this family. When you're born, really, it's just good luck where you plop out, really, isn't it? It's you could be born to terrible parents like these, or you could be born to fabulous parents. You could be born to rich parents who aren't good parents, or you could be born to poor parents who are really good parents. You could be born in Gaza. You could be born in any other war zone, etc. It's just good luck, isn't it? If you happen to be sort of born into a nice family who loves you, looks after you, not necessarily because they've got loads of money. There's plenty of loving families where there isn't much money to go around, but not in this one. Not in this one, it seems. And every time I look at little Emmanuel, look at his photos, I think he already looked like maybe something had been done to him. It just doesn't seem to, he wasn't sitting up properly, holding his head right. Looks like he's got a problem with one of his eyes, etc. Had this man already, given him some sort of brain damage or whatever from something he'd done to him? Because that's what he did to his daughter, who is now living with a family member and needs 24-hour care and will do forever. She's now, I think, 9. But when Jake did the horrible things he did to that, she was only a baby. She was only a few weeks old. So this man has got history for being horrible to babies. Anyway, they've been arrested. So this is the news that I'm giving you. And it's a relief, isn't it? Because they should never, ever, ever be around children. Ever again, should they? Do it's like, just awful. Anyway, let me just say a quick hello. Sorry, I haven't got much time today. But hi, Michelle. Hi, Cherry. Hi, David. Yeah, how could anyone do anything to their own child and a baby? Babies, they're so vulnerable, aren't they? They can't do anything without you. It's like, why have a baby? It's, it's just awful. Anyway, time will tell what's happened. Now, as far as I know so far, he had the baby himself, his remains, and I'm saying remains because these horrible people have been arrested for murder. So the police are obviously thinking that this boy is not alive. So he hasn't been found yet, as far as I know, but it probably moved quite quickly now, because I think one of them, they'll start blaming each other. That's what I think will happen now. Maybe Rebecca will see sense, when she realizes that Jake can't get to her. I mean, he's obviously the aggressive one, but she's allowed it to happen, hasn't she? So, or allowed it to happen or helped cover it up. Let's just have a look at the tweets that the San Bernardino police put out to confirm that they had been arrested. So this has been confirmed. There were quite a lot of rumours, but it has now been confirmed today. This morning, which is around about now as far as American time is concerned, detectives from the Sheriff's Homicide Detail and Specialised Enforcement Division arrested Jake and Rebecca Haro at their residence in Cabazon for PC 187 murder, and investigators will continue their search for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. Now, it might be later there's a press conference. I'll try my best to cover it if I can. Obviously, American time is, different to my time because I'm in Spain. I just want to like their post, and I'm just going to leave a comment because thank God, or justice. That poor little baby, I mean, it's just awful, isn't it? So the police there's been a lot of, I think it's been a week now, isn't it, that Emmanuel's been missing. Of course, there's been a lot of talk about it on social media, mainstream media, and the police have kept quiet, as they do, while they're getting their investigation together. But now they are confirming that they have been arrested. So they'll be being interviewed. One of them's probably going to break, or they're going to, blame each other. That's what these people do as well, don't they? So I want to go now to. So Steve Fisher investigates his tweet. He's gone there because he must live roundabouts. He's actually on the scene, and he took a video. Footage I just shot above the home of Jake and Rebecca Haro. The street is blocked off and the Scientific Investigations crime scene truck is on scene. This is raw and unedited video, and this video is okay to use as long as you credit Steve Fisher investigates. And I always credit Steve. I like Steve. I find incredible things he says and does, and he's, he helps to find a lot of missing people, and he'd gone down there to try and help to find Emmanuel. But now, of course, Emmanuel's parents have been arrested, but Emmanuel, as far as I know, has not been found. So where is he? What have they done with him? So, of course, there is some talk, nobody seems to know when the last time he was actually seen by anyone outside the family. Has he been deceased for quite a while? Or is this I don't think it is a recent thing that's happened. I think they've kept it hidden for quite a while. And, a couple of, she said that she didn't take him to places because, what did she say? He hadn't had his vaccinations and stuff like that. She was coming out with all that rubbish. But he was probably already deceased. Bless him. How long has this baby been dead? When was the last time anyone apart from them actually saw him? So that's what the police will be looking into. So I hope Rebecca comes to her senses. I mean, maybe her that killed Emmanuel, I don't know. But I think it's more likely to be that father because he's got history of it. So don't forget, he did this to another baby of his. And he only got 6 months in prison. I mean, this is what the hell? That you can strangle a baby and leave it with life-changing brain damage, blind, can't walk, never will get better. That you can do all that to your own baby and you only get 6 months sentence. And he didn't serve anywhere near that, did he? And then he was released out and then he was living with other children. For God's sake, what is wrong with the legal system? It just seems so sad to me. Anyway, what we're just going to look at now before I finish, because as I say, I can't stay on long, unfortunately, is if I can find it. Maybe I can't find it. I had a video set up to watch, which of course I can't find. I mean, it was only really confirming this, but it was a little bit about Steve Fisher was in the video. Let's have a look at him. Actually, I haven't got much time now, so I think it's a 20-minute video and I haven't got time to show it all anyway. So we just stick with this video that Steve took. I mean, it's like a deserty type place, isn't it? And as he's taking, look, there's like, I don't know, that looks like a freezer or something. It's right near the highway. So Emmanuel could be anywhere, couldn't he, really? And to be honest, he's only a little baby, so he could have been taken, he may not be anywhere even on that site. He could have been taken anywhere. He won't have been difficult to transport, bless him, will he? So very sad. Now, I think we knew that this was going to be we knew this was going to be the outcome, really, didn't we? We've been waiting for this. Every time I come on my computer, I'm looking to see if there's any news about an arrest, because I've been expecting it. I think we've all been expecting it. But it's been a week, so yeah, David, exactly 6 month sentence for, I don't know if you watched that video that I did, and I did go into a little bit of detail of the injuries, but just unbelievable. Again, a baby, and he's like this great big guy. Where does he get off strangling babies? This baby was strangled and nearly died, survived, but with such severe injuries that this baby has gone to live, as I say, with a family member. And we'll need this little girl, because she's 9 now, will need 24-hour care for all her life. And that father, he got a 6 month sentence. 6 month sentence, and he only served a fraction of it, really. And then out he came to do whatever he's done to Emmanuel. So my bet, I mean, I'm just speculating, but I would think that it's Jake who's done it. She's covered up for him. I mean, someone gave her that black eye. That was probably him. I'm sure she's absolutely terrified of him. But now she's got the opportunity to get away from him. She should just tell the truth. I don't think he'd be walking away with this one after 6 months. Now they've got to find this little mite, because apart from anything, he just deserves some dignity in his death. You know, it looks like he didn't have a very nice life, did he? You know, he's 7 months old, and it was probably torture his whole life. You know, this man is God. I mean, he's a all the sort of perpetrators we talk about are pretty. They're not nice people, are they? Just the fact that it's a true crime channel. But some are just beyond the grain, aren't they? Nobody can understand how somebody could lay hands on a baby, full stop, but certainly lay hands on a baby that is their own baby, their own flesh and blood. Anyway, so I needed to come on and just tell you that, let you know. And maybe I probably won't be back on later today, but probably in the morning when we've had maybe a press conference from the San Bernardino police. But what I just want to say to everyone is thank you for caring about Emmanuel. It's ironic, isn't it? When this poor little baby, people cared more about him over the other side of the world, practically. My chatters are all over the world, really, Australia, America, Europe, Britain. And we cared more about this baby than his own parents. It's ironic, isn't it, really? And as I said the other day in the video, some people shouldn't be allowed to have children, not more children. Once he had been prosecuted for hurting that other baby, he should never have been allowed to have more children or be anywhere around children. I just think, God, children, they're not valued enough. They really are not valued, because certainly if he would have, robbed someone, he probably would have got a bigger sentence than 6 months. So anyway, just beyond belief, isn't it? Okay, but good news. It's good news that they've been arrested. And it's just a question now of time to see if they crack, and let's hope they get this little baby at least is laid to rest with dignity. So thank you for watching, thank you for caring. I'll see you really soon in the next video, and until then, may your God go with you and fly with the angels, Emmanuel. I tell you what, suffer the children to come unto me. I hope that little boy is in a better world now. I really hope he is. Bye.